Decades have passed since the celebrated Australian actor captured the hearts of millions. His performances as a charming rogue and a gallant hero solidified his status during Hollywood's golden era, particularly in iconic film. Beyond the celluloid magic, the complexities of his personal life have long fascinated fans. Recently, his children have courageously stepped forward to unravel some of the enigma surrounding their father's existence. They reveal incidents that transcend the screen's glamour, shedding light on personal struggles and hidden secrets. Allegations from his youth, including claims of homicide, paint a more nuanced picture of the man behind the roles. The candid insights from his descendants not only challenge the glamorous narrative, but also offer a glimpse into the turbulent life that shaped not just an iconic actor, but also a father. As they recount their experiences, audiences are invited to journey deeper into the private world of one of cinema's most unforgettable figures. During Errol Flynn's early life in Tasmania, the groundwork was laid for the adventurous and rebellious persona that would later define his Hollywood career. Born on June 20th, 1909, in Hobart, Tasmania, Flynn spent a significant portion of his childhood in this remote part of Australia. While he would ultimately achieve fame and stardom in the United States, his formative years were marked by defiance, controversy, and a penchant for living on the edge. As a young boy, Flynn displayed a rebellious streak, rejecting authority and challenging societal norms. His early experiences hinted at the charismatic yet tumultuous life that would unfold in the years to come. Errol Flynn's rebellious nature emerged at a young age. When he was just 7, his defiant streak surfaced when he fled home after being disciplined for engaging in inappropriate activities under the guise of playing doctor with a young girl. By the time he turned 17, Flynn's rebellious behavior had intensified, resulting in his expulsion from school and involvement in an Australian gang. Even his own mother, describing him as a devil in boy clothing, anticipated the challenges that awaited him. Errol Flynn's self-styled narratives of his pre-Hollywood life, as recounted in various interviews, and his autobiography, often blend truth with embellishment. He portrayed himself as a swashbuckling figure, at times a ship captain, a gold prospector, and even a trader. One of the more controversial aspects of his early adventures was his claim to have tricked indigenous people in New Guinea into working on plantations, and then selling them into indentured servitude. These stories, however, must be approached with caution, as Flynn was known for weaving tales that blurred the lines between fact and fiction. Errol Flynn's New Guinea adventures were filled with daring exploits and unexpected challenges. The actor found himself in a perilous situation when he and his assistant came under attack in the jungle. In a dramatic turn of events, Flynn bravely defended himself by injuring one of the attackers in the neck. Although he claimed to have been tried and acquitted for the incident, the true facts remain shrouded in uncertainty. Following this harrowing experience, Flynn's departure from New Guinea was hurried along by a severe bout of malaria. This health crisis became a turning point for the actor, prompting him to leave behind the tumultuous life he had led in the region. These early escapades formed the basis for the larger-than-life tales that would come to characterize Errol Flynn, adding to the mystique and intrigue that defined his Hollywood persona. Errol Flynn schemes his entry into Hollywood. The actor's journey into the world of acting was as unconventional as the adventurous tales that surrounded his early life. His initiation into the film industry was far from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, taking place in the exotic locales of New Guinea. While captaining a boat on the Sepik River in New Guinea, fate intervened in the form of a film titled In the Wake of the Bounty, being shot in Tahiti. The filmmakers, in need of additional footage, hired Flynn's boat for some B-roll shots. Little did Flynn know that this seemingly incidental encounter would be the catalyst for his entry into the world of cinema. During the shoot, Errol Flynn's charismatic presence and swashbuckling demeanor caught the eye of an executive involved in the production. Recognizing in Flynn the perfect type for the role of Fletcher Christian, the executive saw potential in this unassuming boat captain. While In the Wake of the Bounty wasn't the film that catapulted Flynn to stardom, it did plant the seed of ambition in him, the desire to become an actor. During this period, Flynn's personal life added an intriguing layer to his narrative. Errol Flynn reportedly stole and sold some of her jewelry to finance a trip to England. The journey, according to Flynn, took him on a roundabout route filled with startling adventures spanning from Hong Kong to the Philippines. Flynn's audacious journey took an unexpected turn when he conned his way into a British theatre company, posing as a major star. In Australia, he provided the company with a list of impressive credits, all of which were fabricated. This audacious move led to Flynn's casting in a Warner Brothers murder mystery being filmed in London. The success of his role in the London production quickly caught the attention of Hollywood. His charisma, rugged charm, and natural screen presence led to an invitation to Tinseltown, setting the stage for a remarkable Hollywood career. This journey began with a chance encounter on the Sepik River, where the actor's adventurous spirit and audacious moves became defining traits both on and off the screen. His rise to fame was marked by a series of bold decisions that showcased his talent and magnetism. However, his personal life was tumultuous, particularly his initial marriage, which was marred by violence and conflict. This complexity added depth to his public persona, as audiences were captivated not only by his performances but also by the drama that surrounded his life. The actor's ability to embody swashbuckling heroes and romantic leads made him a beloved figure in classic cinema, while his off-screen challenges painted a more complicated picture of the man behind the roles. His legacy remains a blend of cinematic brilliance and personal turmoil, reflecting the duality of his existence in the spotlight. Errol Flynn's arrival in New York in 1934 marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life. The journey across the Atlantic, as detailed in his autobiography My Wicked, Wicked Ways, was a captivating adventure in itself. Among his fellow passengers were famous stage actors, a Russian princess, and a French film star named Lily Demita. Little did Flynn know that this chance encounter would lead to a significant, and at times turbulent chapter in his life. When Lily Demita, Errol Flynn's first wife, initially rebuffed his advances, Flynn recalled that she coolly dismissed him and suggested he return later. However, destiny intervened, leading the couple to Hollywood, where they found themselves irresistibly drawn to one another, igniting a passionate romance. Their tumultuous marriage, chronicled in a biography by Tony Thomas, spanned 7 years but was far from idyllic. The couple's frequent arguments earned them the moniker the Battling Flynns, a testament to the intensity of their disputes. Despite their challenges, their relationship left a lasting mark on Hollywood history. Errol Flynn's tumultuous marriage, with violence beyond verbal confrontations, evolving into physical altercations. Arriving on film sets with visible injuries allegedly caused by Demita, their relationship's volatility raised concerns within and outside Hollywood. At their 1-year anniversary, Demita's champagne outburst prompted Flynn to strike her, resulting in a broken tooth. Despite his on-screen charisma, Flynn's off-screen life was marred by turbulent domestic conflicts, ultimately overshadowing his cinematic achievements. Their turbulent relationship serves as a cautionary tale of the darker side of Hollywood glamour. After a violent encounter that landed both of them in the hospital, the studio recognized the potential damage to Errol Flynn's public image. As a rising star, the studio intervened to cover up the incident. The official narrative portrayed their injuries as the result of a car crash, emphasizing Flynn's supposed heroism in swerving to avoid hitting a cat in the road. This carefully crafted narrative shielded the true nature of the altercation and protected Flynn's reputation in the eyes of the public. In Hollywood lore, the relationship between Errol Flynn and the legendary actor John Barrymore was a unique blend of mentorship, camaraderie, and eccentricity. John Barrymore, renowned for his brilliance in the silent film era, was not only celebrated for his acting prowess, but also infamous for his bohemian lifestyle and penchant for revelry. By the time Errol Flynn entered Barrymore's orbit, the older actor's career had suffered under the weight of alcoholism. Yet he remained an idol to the aspiring young star. This bond between the two actors left an indelible mark on Flynn's life and the annals of Hollywood history. Their friendship transcended time and the challenges they faced, showcasing the power of mentorship and the enduring impact one can have on another's journey. The tales of their bond continue to inspire new generations of actors and film enthusiasts, a testament to the lasting influence of true friendship in the world of cinema. Following his tumultuous divorce from Lily DeMita, the actor sought solace in the wild friendship of John Barrymore. This relationship flourished as both men engaged in a lifestyle that epitomized indulgence and hedonism. Barrymore, known for his flamboyant persona and excesses, frequently became a guest at the actor's home, where their adventures took on a peculiar and absurd tone. Their antics often blurred the line between camaraderie and chaos. Among the most memorable incidents was Barrymore's habit of relieving himself out of windows, and even in the fireplace, shocking and amusing the residents and guests alike. These outrageous moments added a layer of absurdity to their friendship, reflecting a time when both men sought an escape from their personal dramas through reckless behavior and outrageous acts. As their lives intertwined, the duo's escapades captured the essence of their rebellious spirits, leaving a lasting mark on their legacies. In 1942, when Barrymore passed away, the bond between Errol Flynn and Barrymore reached its zenith. The actor was devastated by the loss of his mentor and close friend. However, Hollywood lore contains a macabre twist to this tale. A ghoulish prank, allegedly orchestrated by some of Flynn's famous peers, was played on the grief-stricken actor. According to various accounts, including Flynn's own recollections, a plan was hatched to play a morbid prank on him. Some sources attribute the scheme to Humphrey Bogart and Peter Lorre. This shocking revelation sheds a different light on the relationship between Flynn and his peers. The dark humor of Hollywood's elite adds a layer of complexity to this already tragic story. The actor recounted in his autobiography a remarkable prank orchestrated by R. Walsh, a man known for both acting in and directing significant films. The prank involved a twisted story claiming friendship with John Barrymore, a celebrated actor of the time. Walsh, along with his accomplices, hatched a plan that included paying an undertaker $100 to borrow Barrymore's corpse. They secretly transported the body to the actor's home and placed it in a chair, creating a shocking tableau. When the inebriated star returned home, he was greeted by the eerie sight of what appeared to be Barrymore sitting lifelessly. The shock was so profound that he reportedly fled the house, ready to drive away in panic. It was only when the pranksters revealed the elaborate setup that he learned the truth. This darkly humorous episode, whether entirely factual or a touch embellished, illustrates the eccentricities and camaraderie that marked Hollywood's golden age. Such antics provided a glimpse into the playful yet bizarre nature of the film industry during that era. Errol Flynn, the iconic Hollywood actor known for his adventurous and swashbuckling screen persona, notably did not serve in the armed forces during World War II, unlike many of his peers. Speculation and scrutiny surround his absence from military service during this critical period. Some suggest that Flynn's apparent indifference or fear may have influenced his decision to avoid enlisting. Close friends, including his companion David Niven, characterized Flynn as lacking loyalty and expressed that he seemed unconcerned about the war. These speculations shed light on Flynn's choice to stay away from the wartime service, despite the global conflict that enveloped the world. Errol Flynn, the actor, at 33 years old, was still within the eligible age range for military service, but he was declared unfit due to health reasons. This decision sparked suspicion and scrutiny. Individuals like J. Edgar Hoover questioned the legitimacy of Flynn's medical status, suggesting that the studio may have influenced his exemption to keep their valuable star. Flynn's image as a beloved action hero fueled skepticism about his purported unfitness for duty. Public struggled to reconcile the adventurous characters he portrayed on screen with the idea that he was physically unable to serve. The suspicion that Flynn might have received preferential treatment because of his star status lingered in the public consciousness. Errol Flynn, the actor, had genuine and severe medical conditions that led to his exemption from military service. Reports from the Los Angeles Times detail a range of health issues, including a heart condition, recurrent malaria, chronic tuberculosis, multiple sexually transmitted diseases, and chronic pain. The complexity and severity of Flynn's health challenges were such that he sometimes collapsed while filming, underscoring the authenticity of his medical conditions. Errol Flynn's estate reflected the flamboyant and unconventional nature of its owner. The house perched on the iconic Mulholland Drive boasted an array of unique features that mirrored Flynn's adventurous lifestyle. Hidden passageways, two-way mirrors, and peepholes were incorporated into the design, allowing Flynn to indulge in the intrigue of secretly observing his guests. Errol Flynn's Hollywood abode was a hub of constant partying, drawing in a vibrant and eclectic crowd, including friends, fellow movie stars, and even strangers. The revelry was intense, with crowds so vast that at times, navigating to the front door was a challenge. In his autobiography, Flynn vividly depicted the mix of individuals who frequented his residence, ranging from pimps, actors, gamblers, athletes, to salesmen and artists. The gatherings mirrored the dynamic world of Hollywood during that era, blending stars, bit players, stuntmen, and more. The actor's home was a kaleidoscope of personalities, reflecting the multifaceted nature of the entertainment industry at the time. Errol Flynn's unabashed claims of irresistible allure and an endless stream of female admirers permeate the pages of his autobiography. According to him, the Mulholland House, his residence on the famous Mulholland Drive, became a magnet for women who pursued him with relentless determination. In his own words, women banged on the doors of Mulholland House like ice drops in a hailstorm. I had to bolt the doors against them. I had proposals of marriage every day. The actor's magnetic charm and reputation for womanizing are legendary in Hollywood circles, solidifying his status as a true Hollywood heartthrob. Despite his tumultuous personal life, Flynn's charisma on screen continues to captivate audiences to this day. His romantic escapades and turbulent relationships only added to the mystique surrounding this classic Hollywood icon. Errol Flynn, a charismatic actor known for his roles in classic films, had a reputation for his romantic escapades. Throughout his life, he took an unapologetic stance towards accusations of infidelity. Flynn often portrayed himself as a passive participant, deflecting responsibility for any perceived wrongdoing. In You Must Remember This, Flynn explained his infidelity by suggesting that he considered himself blameless if an attractive woman initiated contact with him. This attitude exemplified his cavalier approach to relationships. His reputation as a womanizer was so entrenched that it gave rise to the idiom "in like Flynn," symbolizing effortless success in romantic conquests. This phrase encapsulated Flynn's reported ease in winning over the hearts of women, solidifying his image as a charming and irresistible figure in Hollywood lore. In 1942, Errol Flynn experienced the peak of his romantic infamy when his private life became the center of a highly publicized trial. This legal scrutiny brought to light aspects of his personal affairs that transcended his swashbuckling image on screen. The trial not only revealed a different side of the actor, but also intensified the public's fascination with his tumultuous personal life, adding a layer of scandal to his already mysterious persona. This event marked a significant moment in Flynn's life, shaping how the public viewed this classic Hollywood figure. The narrative of the actor's life, particularly post-trial, reflects a man who felt trapped in a political maelstrom, one that ensnared both him and the young women who accused him. This situation revealed a larger societal issue, allowing for the actor's unapologetic pursuit of romantic relationships to continue unabated. Despite the challenges posed by the legal aftermath, the trial's outcome did not deter him from seeking companionship with younger women. It was during this tumultuous time that he met Nora Eddington, a young woman who worked behind the cigarette counter in the courthouse lobby. turning their meeting into an almost cinematic backdrop for his romantic escapades. The allure of her presence against the specter of his legal battles added a layer of intrigue to their relationship. Eddington became a significant figure in his life, representing both a new beginning and the continuation of a controversial pattern in the actor's personal life. The circumstances surrounding their meeting provided a poignant reminder of the complexity in his affairs, as he navigated the challenging waters of fame mingled with personal scandal. As he grew closer to Nora, the actor embraced the risk of his love life, intertwining romance with the shadows of his past experiences and his constant search for connection. This new liaison illustrated his audacity, a hallmark that defined much of his public persona. Throughout the trial, the actor openly admitted to keeping a watchful eye on Eddington. This revelation, coupled with his candid acknowledgement of being concerned about the possibility of imprisonment, underscored a cavalier attitude toward societal norms and legal consequences. His hope for one last fling during this tumultuous period exemplified a man seemingly undeterred by the gravity of his circumstances. Despite admitting to breaking the law, his legal fate diverged from the possibility of imprisonment. The repercussions seemed minimal, adding to the mystique surrounding his life. As quoted by Vanity Fair, he boldly declared, "I might have been guilty under the law, but everybody knew that the girls had asked for it, whether or not I had my wicked ways with them." This statement encapsulated his defiance and belief that public opinion, shaped by his charismatic persona, held more weight than legal verdicts. His experience in court painted a picture of a man who thrived on his charm and the thrill of notoriety, remaining largely unscathed by the very rules that governed others. Errol Flynn, the iconic actor, faced a challenging period in his life marked by allegations that stirred media frenzy, yet did little to sway the unwavering adoration of his fans. Accused of exploiting teenage girls, Flynn's public image remained largely untouched. However, the trial took a personal toll on the actor, leading to a series of struggles that would define his later years. The stress of the legal battle worsened Flynn's heavy drinking, prompting a dangerous increase in substance misuse. Turning to drugs as a coping mechanism, Flynn spiraled further down a destructive path. Revelations of him receiving morphine-laced vitamin injections painted a grim picture of his self-destructive behavior. The trial may not have tarnished his public perception, but it left deep scars on Errol Flynn's personal and professional life. During this period, as chronicled in Errol Flynn, The Spy Who Never Was, the actor's film career faced significant challenges. His star power, once synonymous with swashbuckling action roles, was waning. The stagnation of the actor's career, coupled with the emotional weight of the trial, plunged him into a severe state of depression. He felt the studio was pigeonholing him, limiting his roles to those of an action hero. Attempts to cast him in different genres resulted in box office disappointments, and critics once enamored with his charismatic performances turned harsh, delivering unfavorable reviews. Errol Flynn faced significant financial struggles that marked a turning point in his career. These challenges, combined with personal and professional difficulties, created a perfect storm that took a toll on his mental and physical well-being. Known for his excessive drinking, Flynn's behavior became a warning sign for directors. Despite warnings, he found ways to keep indulging, even going so far as injecting alcohol into oranges to consume during filming. This clever yet alarming strategy showcased the extent of his dependence. Over time, Flynn's struggles extended to heroin addiction, further complicating his life. On set, his conduct became increasingly difficult, straining relationships with colleagues and leading to clashes with Warner Brothers. The long-standing partnership between Flynn and the studio eventually came to an end, marking a significant chapter in the actor's turbulent journey. In 1980, the intriguing and controversial theory emerged that Errol Flynn was secretly a Nazi spy. Biographer Charles Hyams was the one who brought this suspicion to light. He was sparked by the political affiliations of some of Flynn's associates. This led him to delve into the actor's connections, especially with individuals tied to the Nazi Party. One notable figure in Flynn's circle was Dr. H.F. Urban, an Austrian doctor and Nazi Party member whom Flynn had befriended in New Guinea. Despite Dr. Urban's admission that German intelligence had approached him to establish a Shanghai Nazi spy ring, he never explicitly confessed to being a Nazi spy. Errol Flynn's friendship with Freddie McAvoy was controversial. McAvoy, described as an anti-Semitic Nazi sympathizer, added a layer of intrigue to Flynn's complex life story. Charles Hyams claimed that Flynn, under the influence of alcohol, confessed to covertly working for the Nazis. However, the theory faced scrutiny. The 1990 book titled Errol Flynn, The Spy Who Never Was refuted many aspects of Hyams' claims, highlighting Flynn's connections to Nazi sympathizers without concrete evidence of him being a Nazi spy. Errol Flynn's associations with individuals linked to the Nazi Party are confirmed. It is apparent that he was acquainted with people whose political leanings aligned with the Nazi regime. However, the leap from association to active espionage remains unsubstantiated. In the twilight of his existence, Errol Flynn produced some of his most poignant work. Errol Flynn's career took a dramatic turn after the commercial failure of his film, The Adventures of Don Juan, once celebrated as a charismatic action hero. The studio deemed him more trouble than he was worth in the aftermath of this setback. Flynn found himself relegated to working abroad or in television, facing a significant decline in the types of roles he was offered. In an attempt to revive his career, he ventured into co-financing his own film, hoping for a triumphant comeback. However, this endeavor turned disastrous when the production ran out of funds, leading to the cancellation of the shoot. Financial ruin soon followed, exacerbated by an enormous tax bill that Flynn had no means to pay. Forced to take on small roles simply to make ends meet, Flynn's once flourishing career had hit a downturn. After a downturn in the actor's professional fortunes, Flynn found himself cast in emotionally complex roles following a falling out with the studio. These new roles allowed him to explore different facets of his acting abilities. In 1957, he portrayed Mike Campbell, an exciting, debt-ridden, and frequently intoxicated war veteran in the film adaptation of Ernest Hemingway's novel, The Sun Also Rises. This role, both funny and tragic, provided Flynn with an opportunity to delve into more nuanced and challenging territory in his acting career. The character's struggles mirrored aspects of Flynn's own life, marking a departure from the swashbuckling hero roles he had been known for. Errol Flynn, an iconic actor, took on the role of his old friend John Barrymore in the film Too Much, Too Soon. This adaptation of Barrymore's daughter Diana's memoir allowed Flynn to embody the complexities of a character whose life echoed his own. The film delved into Barrymore's turbulent life, offering Flynn the chance to showcase his acting prowess in a role that had clear parallels to his personal experiences. The depth of emotion and connection Flynn brought to the character highlighted his skill and versatility as an actor. The portrayal not only captivated audiences, but also provided a glimpse into the inner turmoil of a Hollywood legend. Through his performance, Flynn honored the memory of Barrymore while solidifying his own place in cinematic history.